Okay, so it should be live now, hopefully. I don't know if that first okay was in there or not. I don't think it was. But yeah, I was just checking something. I forgot to save there. I usually do 2 saves just to make sure that if I save over one accidentally, it's fine. Um, but I didn't this time. Looks like it's still fine anyway. So yeah, I'll have to sort out the Kaguya thing later. Didn't work, at least not on the first try. Um, but I did want to have some time today. I'm just setting up something really quickly. I wanted to have some time today to be able to stream some Persona as well. Okay, let me go here. So that needs to be that. Didn't work. I guess I could save. Go ahead and do this to fix it. Okay, there we go. You don't open doors with triangle in this one. That's... she's just past the dining room. Please, let's go. But yeah, I was thinking of Kingdom Hearts, not Persona.
I'll reveal your true form. Let's go.
Okay, guys. Try not to fall for me. It's almost scary how good I am. Okay, guys. The end. This
New skill.
beats me.
Okay. Piece of cake.
There's no way the game can be that long. I'm already at level 5. Imagine.
Three fire attacks are useless. Time for my persona. Zoro. Stay focused. Cut forward. My other self. Zoro, show your might.
Morgana, could you just get a knock? Okay. Can I get a crit?
Only one more. Let's go. A spectacular victory.
Morgana's too strong.
Check out this new skill. All right.
That's all it takes for me.
Show me your true form.
Now that's weak to fire skills.
Yeah, this is the one that I figured I'd have trouble with.
Persona.
Why is this blue? Oh, I think it's just because of what I have currently equipped. Yeah. I say I can't remember why. I thought I had seen it before. I didn't even know there was a background like this.
No.
It's weak to fire skills.
Okay, it's strong against electric, so I probably should. Do I have one that's strong to grass? No. This is just better than Arson if I'm gonna get hit.
You're mine.
Joker took one out.
It was a crit.
Persona. Go down.
Crit again.
One enemy remaining. This is the last one.
Who's next?
A spectacular victory.
I can't believe it crit the one that was already pretty much dead.
Okay. beat him. All right, let's get going.
This way!
Look! I'll apologize for touching the armor without permission!
She totally doesn't get what's going on.
Let's hurry. We have to save her.
Yeah, Ryuji totally know what's going on.
Yes!
All the cops!
So, this is the intruder.
Kamoshida? Who's that? More importantly, what is this place? Why is the school turned into something like this?
I can't believe you missed.
I wouldn't say
line
that
on
as
for
more
someone like
importantly if
her.
that was me.
Are you afraid?
What is that outfit? Have you lost your mind?
I do as I please here. After all, this is my castle. The world of my desires.
What the? Wait, is this some red light district?
What a lively slave.
This isn't funny! Enough of the bullshit, Kamoshida!
The girls decided to tell me off. What do you think of that?
Talking back is like totally unforgivable.
In that case, she should be executed. Now then, how should I play with you? Shall I tear you into little pieces?
Are you kidding me?
This is effed up. Is that what he thinks of the girls on the volleyball team?
Hey, that's...
Takamaki!
Just when I was about to start enjoying myself.
What's the deal with this guy?
You little...
How many times are you gonna come back? I bet you just like those thieves. You came because you're pissed at me, huh? But, I forget that chick's name. But it's your fault she jumped, you know.
Huh?
You were so reluctant to throw yourself onto me that I had her take your place.
You bastard!
No!
Take one more step and I'll kill her on the spot.
Damn it!
Just sit back and enjoy the dismantlement show.
No, don't!
Maybe I'll start with her clothes.
You're such a perv!
Hey, what are we gonna do? Takamaki!
Is this my punishment for what happened to Shio?
That's more like it. You should have looked like this from the start.
Shio, I'm so sorry. Huh? No, I don't want that. You're right.
Not
Letting
for
this
another
piece
10
of
years at
shit
least.
Toy with me. What was I thinking?
It's like I always say, slaves should just behave and...
Shut up.
I've seen that
Had
panel
enough
so
of
many
this.
times,
Pissed me off, you son
even
of a
though I don't
bitch!
know what happens in the Attack on Titan series as a whole.
It's taken far too long.
Because I'm still anime only, but
Who is going to
it was on
avenge
r/place.
you won't? Forgiving him was never the option. Such is the scream of the other you that dwells within. I am thou, thou art I. We can finally forge a contract.
I hear you, Carmen. You're right. No more holding back.
There you go. Nothing can be solved by restraining yourself. understand, then I'll gladly lend you my strength.
You know what? I'm not some cheap girl you can toy with, you scumbag.
Bitch!
You stole everything from Shiho. You destroyed her. Now it's your turn. I will rob you of everything!
How dare you! Enough of your insolence!
No, I've had enough of you. No one's gonna stop me now. Let's go, Carmen!
Enough of your insolence. Turns into a giant demon sitting on the toilet.
How dare you deny King Kamoshida's love, you selfish lass! Pay for this insolence with your life!
That dirtbag just sees women as sexual outlets. Don't make me laugh with that love bullshit. Come on, Carmen. Let's give him hell. Persona!
You did it! They've fallen flat! This'll let you...
It didn't end it.
This one... Wait, weak to fire! Persona! Oh no! Skull's been knocked flat! Persona!
Carmen!
You did it! They've fallen flat!
I don't think you can actually take this one.
Finish him! Aren't we the best?
So yeah, I think that was the first all-out attack victory screen. Unless the introduction one had one.
Why'd you come here, man? And more importantly, how?
Hey, is that how you speak to a woman? Are you alright, Lady On?
Lady on? Wait, what is this thing? Is it alive? How can it talk? And where in the world are we?
Just calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry.
How am I supposed to calm down? Huh? Why am I dressed like this? When did I... what's with this? How can you expect me to be calm?
Well, I'm stumped. A search party will be coming for us soon. There's no time to explain. We don't have a choice. Let's retreat for now.
We were just getting fired up and you had to go and get in the way. Fine. Here, give me your arm. You take the other side.
Thanks.
Looks like we made it back. Hey, are you okay?
Well, pretty much. Wait, I lied. I'm still confused about all of this.
You may be safe now, but a lot sure did happen back there. At any rate, we stand out too much here. Let's relocate to a safer spot.
Which one you want?
Whichever's not carbonated.
They're both actually.
Then...
Here you go.
What about me?
Huh? But you're a cat.
Have you calmed down, Lady On?
Morgana, right? I really am talking to a cat. This feels so strange. Oh, sorry. you're not a cat, right?
It's only natural that you're confused. Demanding that you understand all of this right after what you went through is asking too much.
Honestly, I still can't believe what happened. That power,
And then there's Ryuji.
my persona.
It's the will of your rebellion, Lady An. With it, you'll be able to fight in that other world.
So if what you told me is true, we can make Kamoshida have a change of heart, right? Is it
Teachers and parents turn a blind eye. If guys like us try and complain, they're just gonna shoot us down. Going all in on this plan is the only choice we got.
Then let me help too. I want to make him pay for what happened to Shiho. He just keeps going like nothing happened, even after what he did to her. I'll never forgive him.
Wait, did you just say, let me help? You mean you want us to take you along?
Don't act like I'm going to drag you down. Weren't you watching? I can fight too.
Hey, what should we do? Even you're on board with this?
I agree as well. We are lacking in manpower after all. Don't worry. I'll protect her.
Even if you said no, I'd just go in alone.
Ah, right, she can go by herself. I guess it'd be more dangerous turning her down. Fine.
Then it's decided. Well, I hope we get along. I'm going to make Kamoshida atone for what he did. Not just for Shiho's sake, but for everything he's done. I won't let any more people suffer because of him. I'll do whatever it takes.
Strong fighting resolve from Han. Who was the one who handed you the soda? Which one did you select?
A group like yours must have relied on subtlety and misdirection. Otherwise, you'd never survive. Some of you might even have been hiding behind a public face their entire lives. If you're listening, then answer me.
I am that. It shall become with the birth of the lover's persona. I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
No need for the I am thou thing. Part of it.
Alright.
They do the same thing every time.
Just let me know when you're heading back in. Oh, wait. We don't have each other's info. Hey, give me your number and chat ID. And, I'll be counting on you then. Same goes for you, Morgana.
The pleasure is all mine, Lady An. What a kind girl. Such admirable consideration for others. And the innocence to cast herself into the jaws of death to achieve her goal. She cares about her friends, and she's beautiful to boot. What a girl. She's captured my heart.
Dude. You know, it'd be better if this group could get together quick from now on.
True. Our best option would be to make a secret hideout where we could discuss these things.
Hideout, huh? I like the sound of that.
The school rooftop would work. It seems like nobody goes up there. For the time being, that will make the perfect hideout. I can't contact you from inside a palace, so I'll stay in this world. That being said, I'll need someone to take care of me. I'm personally nominating you. You should feel honored.
This is all you. There's no way I can at my place. Well, we now have our hideout, so let's meet there tomorrow.
Okay, let's go look at my new residence for this world.
Fusion Academy rooftop will be your hideout from now on. So yeah, the rest of the days until Monday are fully automatic.
Stay upstairs while we're open for business.
Yes?
Hey, lay off their customers. Sorry if he was rude, Doctor.
I don't mind.
Come on, you're getting in the way. Go on upstairs.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Come back again. That's it for today. Oh, that customer just now? She's the head doctor over at that clinic down the street. Rumor has it she gives pretty crappy examinations and sells some weird homemade medicines on top of that. At least, that's what I've heard. I haven't been there myself. They should really just leave her alone. It's not like she's getting in the way of their lives.
Hey, are we there yet?
Well, I gotta get home and start making dinner.
What the? What is this place? Is this some kind of abandoned house?
Hey, are you... I was wondering why I heard meowing. What did you bring it here for? Nowhere, huh? Look, this place is a restaurant. Animals are a no-go. Though, I guess you might stay on good behavior if you've got a pet to take care of. Fine, but keep it quiet when we're open for business. And don't let it roam downstairs, or I'll toss it out. Oh, and I'm not going to take care of it. That's all on you.
So Drew, whenever you get the cat,
Was that the ruler of this place? He seemed pretty understanding for someone who keeps you cramped
Versus
up in this
Sojiro.
dump. Then again,
Later
suppose to
on.
normal people, I just sound like a meowing cat.
Seriously, I had to keep calling out in that cute little voice. Make sure you wash that dish. By the way, have you decided on a name? Morgana? Huh. I was hoping I'd get to name it.
Looks like the chief likes me better than you. And to be honest, this place is heaven compared to Kamoshida's cells. Remember how you guys asked what I am? To be honest, I don't remember anything about my birth. I think the metaverse's distortions made me lose both my memories and my true form. It has to be. I mean, why else would a cat be able to talk like this? There's no other possible explanation. There's no doubt that the distortions were what caused me to lose my real self. I'm sure that once they're purged, I'll finally be able to get that self back. And I have a pretty good idea on how to do it too. That's why I was in the castle in the first place.
I do prefer this version of Morgana speaking
I didn't get
whenever in
hungry
cat
out that
form
world.
over the one that was added for Scramble.
Let me make myself
But I think it's just because it's different.
Your taking care of me won't be for nothing. It'll be give and take. Due to my knowledgeable and dexterous nature, I have a lot of intel on infiltration tools. Well, I can't tell you more unless we settle on a deal. In exchange for you keeping me here, I'll teach you about these tools. How does that sound? I like that answer. Then it's a deal.
Morgana seems rather happy. But we're back in the future.
Skillful infiltrations and escapes to all manner of places. There's even the possibility that you used special tools and had someone who manufactured them. Answer me.
I am Gitcha. With the birth of the magician persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Infiltration
All right.
tools.
I'll lecture you about the infiltration tools over time. By the way, the power you used in the palace was seriously amazing. The stronger that power gets, the more reliable it'll be as a trump card. Alright, I'm gonna stick with you wherever you go from today on. Personas are the strength born from one's heart. Depending on what kind of life experience you gain, I bet it'll affect that power as well. And if you become acquainted with capable people, you might learn various useful skills too. This is all part of our deal. Got it? I expect great things from you. Don't let me down, okay?
Though. Well, it is what it is. I'll just have to deal with being carried around in that bag of yours.
You guys send messages to each other with that thing, right? I want in too. So, I'm gonna have to ask you to type for me.
At any rate, is this really a place for someone to live?
Wow!
What a huge corporate box. Oh, there's your stuff in there. We could better utilize this space. Look at all this junk. But if you find a TV, or if you'd find a TV in here, clean up a little.
Oh!
That looks like it could be pretty useful. But you can just clean it later. For now, let's get some, or let's call it a day and get some sleep.
I should write something.
So yeah, I'm gonna be playing. I think I already mentioned this. I'm gonna be playing until the next Friday. I don't know if it'll all be this stream, but it'll at least be this weekend. No velvet room?
Oh!
Maybe crowded, but it looks like you can still grab a seat if you're lucky. While we're riding the train, we've got some downtime. I wonder if we could put it to good use. Yeah, there's a few things I need to do while I'm here. What's wrong? You don't look so good. I haven't been feeling well lately. My head's all foggy, and I have no energy. I've tried every drug at the pharmacy, but nothing works. Or I have some new virus. Is this the onset of a psychotic breakdown? What should I do? Am I gonna die? Calm down. Now let's go to the clinic. Come on. I'm sure the doctor can prescribe something that'll fix you right up.
I see.
Doctors have the best medicine on. Hey, wasn't that one customer back at the Blonda doctor? It might be nice to have some strong medicine to use in the palace.
Morning.
Morning. What are you doing here? Let's head to school together. I mean, it's right there, but whatever. I guess I can't do it until the 18th.
Hey, are you listening?
You pay attention. Is that how you listen when someone's talking to you? I feel a murderous intent. Well, that was an epic dodge. Can't believe he dodged Shimura's throw. Is he a ninja? Well, whatever. Moving on.
Hey!
Oh, you've got the entire class's attention. Your charm has definitely increased. Can increase when it's maxed. Everything but guts.
Looks like we're all here. Okay, let's get going.
Hold on, it's still too early for us to head to the palace.
But why? Don't we just gotta steal that treasure thing?
Don't underestimate the dangers of that place. We need to prepare.
Ain't that persona shit we got enough to deal with it?
That's exactly what I mean when I say don't underestimate it. You'll die if you mess up in there. So again, we need to prepare before we head in.
But how exactly are we supposed to do that?
I'm glad you asked, Lady Ann. First, we'll need to find better equipment for all of you.
You talking about weapons? Oh, I know a kick-ass place.
In that case, you can handle that side of things. The only other thing would be stocking up on medicine. Fatigue is unavoidable in a palace.
And where can we get medicine?
Don't worry, I know just the place. I hope you look forward to it, Lady Ann. Now then, he and I have some business in Yongen, so let's head off for today. Just come with me. I won't be able to get close enough by myself. Can I talk?
Hey, remember that customer you met at the Blonde yesterday? The doctor who prescribes medication after quick examination? She was sitting at the booth. I just realized something. If she's the kind of doctor who gets sketchy rumors like that, maybe she'll help us out. She's somewhere in the neighborhood, right? Take me to her.
This is the clinic that the chief mentioned. Now, how can we get them to give us some medicine? Well, I guess that's the only choice we have. We'll just have to go for it. Alright, let's step inside.
Well,
Is this your first visit? I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Well, whatever. So, what are you here for today?
please
Fine.
head to the exam room. In a case like yours, it's usually just due to stress. I'm gonna prescribe you some pain relievers, okay? Actually, I still need to restock those. So let's go with sleeping pills instead. Sleep is the best medicine anyway. Which type of pill do you want? A sweet-tasting one or a bitter one? How about a stinky one then? Just kidding, there's no such pill. Alright, why don't we stop beating around the bush? You're not sick at all, are you? I'm not as dumb as I look, you know. I'm guessing you're here because you heard the rumors about me, hmm? Who's to say? But as a result, all I get are patients with ulterior motives now. I guess high school kids have it tough nowadays too, huh? Well, fine. I'll prescribe you some medication. But only medication that will help you recover your health. I guess it's fine. You seem pretty earnest, and you don't look like you'll be any trouble. This is my private practice. All the medicine I dispense is original. I have a license to make my own formulas. You've likely seen them being sold at various hospitals. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. So, if that's okay with you, stop by anytime. Great. It's nice that you're so quick on the uptake. Saves me the hassle. You're a pretty weird kid, you know? I wonder what you're going to use the medicine for. Well, as long as you don't cause me any trouble, it's not my problem.
This is all I've got right
Which
now.
one?
Yeah, I've got a bit of money to spend. There's not
want
really
that one?
too much of a need for medicine. And I might as well just
Thanks.
buy some just to have.
Take care.
And good luck with that. What's the reason for your visit? Do you have a cold, stomachache, athlete's foot? Whatever it is, you will need to take a number. Enough of this. You're the only one who could have developed that type of medicine. Afraid I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't play dumb with me. Rumor has it, it's a that can give a person unlimited power. Really? That's news to me. Developing experimental drugs, medicine, and herbal remedies violates all health regulations. You're attempting to create a super stimulant? A drug like that will only become a social issue. You're really persistent, you know that? I'm just a quack. The police may not be taking action, but I imagine the media will soon pick up on it. Do you intend to ruin my reputation again, huh? You're a disgrace to the medical community. What's with that look? That was your mistake, was it not? I won't be responsible for your criminal actions. Dispose of that medicine immediately and resign. The name's Hayatokami. Will never... Hey, is somebody there?
Man,
Jeez, they almost got us. Sounded like they were talking about something dangerous. Could that woman be hiding some extra strong medicine?
Yes.
I agree. If it's that strong, it might come in handy at the palace. Alright, let's come back here when that man isn't there. We should involve.
We might be able to get our hands on some decent stuff if this store really has model guns. Well, we can leave that for tomorrow. Let's go home. Okay.
It's going smoothly so far. Once we're prepared, let's take on the palace. That's where the real fun starts. Got it?
Wow!
So that still can't be used.
Oh!
And this looks like it could be pretty useful.
I'll just add this.
Morgana still wants me to sleep, so you're meeting up with Ryuji tomorrow, so don't oversleep. This is another automatic day.
Sup?
Looks like you made it. The shop's on Central Street. So we gotta go through the crossing to get there. That's what we call the Shibuya Crossing. It's this huge intersection with people crossing the street from every direction. Once we get past that, we'll pretty much be at Central Street. Alright, let's get going.
Everyone, wake up! This country is twisted. While Japanese society may appear to be thriving, many young people have not been as blessed as their elders. They have no jobs, no savings, no financial security whatsoever. These young people should be tackling their futures head on, but instead, they're too busy merely trying to survive.
People give speeches all the time. Plus, politics are pretty boring anyways.
Everyone,
Street incidents are occurring. What is the cause of them all? The runaway train incident? Serious psychotic breakdown phenomenon? These are all signs of the end of our once peaceful days. Now is the time for our politicians to show their strength, and yet,
Hey, hey!
if you're interested in politics, we should come back another time.
Follow me.
Oh. The shop can be pretty confusing to find sometimes. Well, let me go back and play it. It's this way.
Yeah.
This is it. Pretty legit, huh? Right? To be honest, it'd be a bit scary to go in alone. Anyways, let's check out what's inside.
Oh yeah, before we head in, you know anything about guns and shit? Nah, I guess we can just ask the guy behind the counter if we can't figure out what we want. Come on, let's do this.
Now, quick travel. You know what you want yet?
You looking for recommendations? I don't know, just buy whatever looks interesting to you.
Ugh, some customer service.
Fine, what do you want? An automatic? A revolver?
Automatic? Dude, why are you talking about cars now?
Listen, this here's an enthusiast shop. My regulars will be mad if I let a casual like you hang around.
I'm not a freaking casual. I bought shit from here like last week.
Can't remember you.
You bastard.
And you, looking for something? Oh, you a collector? You're way more interesting than Blondie over there.
Oh, shut it!
Anyways, you should have said before you two are enthusiasts. I'm always up for helping fresh faces. Some precautions first, though. Don't go around pointing them at other people. Keep them in a bag or something if you're outside. Oh, and don't let the fuzz catch wind of you having them. I don't need them coming around here.
We hate the cops.
How about that? Me too.
Not too surprised there, honestly.
You'll be able to tell these are models. Real guns feel different. Maybe someday I'll show you the real good stuff, though. If you got the guts for it, of course. But for now, you get the beginner selection. Just sit tight. I'll bring him out.
They didn't highlight the word guts.
We did it, dude. We totally gotta go for some fancy shit, right? Ooh, I want him to shine. Oh, and here's the cash for mine. Pick me out something good.
I already kind of know how this place works. It's not the most complicated, to be fair. Oh, do I already have these?
Alright. Sounds good. That one? You like it? That's what you're choosing? How's that? That one? You like it? That's what you're choosing. You better not use it to pull a prank. Alright, which one? Okay, sounds good. Alright. Alright, which one? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult for me to... Yeah, there's something you should know. I don't buy off any model guns from other people, so keep that in mind. I don't want to deal with them, or with any problems buying something that's already been modified. And that's all I gotta say. Oh, I guess I can go here. Hello? What the heck? I've got 316 daggers just there. Ah, I see. It let me keep all of my guns. Probably all my everything from the past. Yeah, 338. They're a bit increased more. Or they've been a bit increased compared to what they were. Gives you one of those. Anything that I have 10 of is going to be pretty good. Yeah, I think ARM PC is what I normally use for everyone. I was actually going to use some of these. Yeah, I can just be a bit too strong. bad idea to give everyone our PC now. What's the difference between dance or starlight, I wonder? Guess I'll find out. Let me get everyone a better protector then.
That one. Take your time. That's what you're choosing?
Yeah, this one's better.
Okay. That two better not use it to pull a prank. That's what you're choosing. Don't break it, okay? That one two better not use it to pull a prank.
I might equip the strong weapons for the Okumura fight. That would be kind of funny. Got them already? Anyways, I'll have to you just do the choose from now on. Give me the strongest looking one. I was in here for a bit for Yuji.
Boss, did you hear? Apparently that subway driver from the accident was acting really odd during his testimony hearing.
You talking about that psychotic whatever thing people are going on about?
Yeah, I heard it completely alters your personality. The news is saying the driver couldn't even speak when they tried asking him questions.
Only an idiot would believe a preposterous story like that. Oh, sorry, but we're closing soon.
How rude. This must be why you don't get many customers. Your coffee's actually not half bad. The beans must be lamenting the sorry state of this store.
Thanks for stopping in. Please come again.
I'm only trying to help you fix your business. Thanks for the coffee, at least.
Jeez, what a pain. Oh, what do you want? If you're bored, go wash some dishes or something. Same as always. It's all good as long as the shop doesn't fail. I'm not gonna go wearing a fake smile. No, it's nothing like that. As long as I'm here, the world leaves me be. No annoyances or troublesome people to deal with. It's like my own personal hideaway. I'd be kind of screwed if I lost it. But I guess you would be too. So you better at least try and be useful around here. Anyway, I'm leaving now. Don't cause any trouble.
We're just about ready to go to the palace. We just need to assemble some infiltration tools. Clean off that desk back there so we can use it.
Let's do it.
I wonder what the difference between today and yesterday is. For me to be able to use the desk now.
That desk! Hurry now and clean it up! Great. Now you can make things whenever you want. I'll provide the materials this time. Try making a lockpick. Don't think too hard about it. You'll get the hang of it. Everyone starts off a little clumsy. Don't be sad if it doesn't go well at first, okay?
I think I'm a bit better at it than you think, Morgana.
Great. We should be able to use this.
Yeah.
We should be ready now. We're heading into the palace tomorrow. Let's get some sleep.
Hey, finally a day where I can actually do a bit of
Morning.
gameplay.
Come on, hurry up and get to class. Good morning. That admirable behavior won't do you any good once you're expelled.
Thought I would be more sarcastic.
That wraps up the homeroom period. A word with you, please. There's something I'd like to ask you. It won't take long.
I see you're already getting on top of the problem I'd mentioned this morning, Miss Kawakami. I appreciate the support.
Thank you again.
Oh, you know this guy, Yoshizawa?
Yes, he lent me a helping hand earlier.
I recommend you steer clear of the likes of him if you have any consideration for your future. Remember the discussion we just had? There are a number of students in this school you shouldn't get involved with. This one's at the top of the list.
Oh, the delinquent transfer student?
Sorry to interrupt, but I need to use the guidance office.
Oh, pardon me. We should be going too. Don't want to get in the way of guiding this delinquent and all.
Please excuse us.
After you. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Did something happen between you and Mr. Kamoshida? Well, there was that little exchange just now, but that's not all. He gave me a brief lecture this morning, and your name came up. Something about the dangers of a lack of supervision. I don't mean to pry, but just make sure you don't go causing trouble, okay? Oh, and one more thing. That girl outside the office, you didn't make a pass at her, did you? All right. Mr. Kamoshida has a real close eye on you. Apparently, you've been getting involved with Sakamoto-kun. You seem acquainted with Yoshizawa-san as well. Maybe you're just naturally drawn to athletes? Sorry, bad joke. That's all I wanted to discuss. You're free to go.
May 2nd. I didn't realize it was that long. Ah, I was hoping to see the infiltration start chalkboard. You got in trouble on the first day of school. Those guys are getting expelled. Nobody wants a troublemaker in school. Everyone's got high hopes with the new girl, Yoshizawa-chan. I wonder if I have a shot with her.
Okay.
It's finally time to set the plan in motion. I bet the others are ready to go and waiting on the signal. Well, I'll leave the planning to you. So yeah, there's activity log, there's texting. But today there's a few things I need to do here.
Excuse me?
Oh, is this your first time in the library? It's my job to explain the rules of the library to first-time visitors, so you can borrow books from the library. Furthermore, if a desk is available, you can use it to read or study. More books will be added as the seasons pass. Stop by and see what they have. You're only allowed to borrow one book at a time. Once you finish, please be sure to return. Oh, that badge. Are you a second year? Maybe you shouldn't come here. See, you're scaring the other students too. Oh, no, I didn't mean that you can't use the library, but...
Man,
You're not welcomed anywhere you go. I guess there's something we can do about it. Students are scared of you. I'm feeling more hostility than anything. Check out the study corner. Looks like you can raise your knowledge and guts here.
What would you like?
You can only borrow one book at a time. Be sure to return it once you finish reading it. These are the books that you can check out right now.
Here.
Okay, that was the wrong one.
Oh! Thank you. What would you like?
So I need Pirate Legend.
Here.
This one? Yes. Okay, be careful with it.
What would you like?
So I said that I couldn't do Speed Reader, so I wonder if that's transferred over. Must be really focused. She didn't notice me at all. Anyone else here? Well, there's our student council president. She's reading all those huge complex books to study for college exams. It's really intimidating. She borrowed a sci-fi book the other day, though. Maybe we have something in common. Oh, I'm sure, but she never talked to people like this. She's too driven and serious. That's why she's always getting top grades. I can see why the principal put so much hope in her. Okay, so yeah, that is Palace West. Okay, so the next place...
Oh!
It's definitely better to buy those than the medicine until later. What do you want, 47? Can't believe you come to school all calm like that, unless you're scheming something.
Hey.
Don't give me that cheek. You're really pushing your luck, you know that? Well, I guess it's fine. Nothing you do is going to matter anyway. Just you try and enjoy the time before your expulsion. Don't get lost. I'm not going to waste my time dealing with you. So are none of the ones here SP vending machines? Here we go. Now these ones matter, even though they're 5 SP. Kamoshida's in a real bad mood. He's really been blowing up at his students. It's hilarious. Well, hey, keep it down. If Mr. Kamoshida hears you. What, you'll get expelled too, Sensei? Then you won't have to come to school anymore. Oh, hey, Ryuji. What do you think about heroes? Don't you think they're needed more now than ever? You really understand. If heroes needed cheerleaders, you'd be a perfect fit for that. The people always yearn for a hero, someone to cast away the world's darkness and save them. If that's what people need, then I have to do it. I'll be that hero. I'm the only one who can. So yeah, this isn't required, but this is something I did want to check out. Because I didn't actually ever do this while I was here in the main game. Okay, so it's a pretty good idea to grab that. Well, you can buy 99. Yeah, because the pen here is pretty popular, but we usually have a few extras on Fridays for some reason. Okay, so Fridays. Totally remember that. I don't have the Phantom Eye, so I can't tell if I'm looking at different vending machines for all 4 of them or just one. It is always interesting to walk this way. But yeah, I do need to go to the underground mall. Guess I go this way, yeah. Another bread store. Nothing there.
Thank you for stopping in.
Okay, so the bakery there doesn't have much. That's access way. I need to go to the underground mall. Which this isn't here. Yeah, it's underground walkway. Where is it? I can go to the run as well. So yeah, this is something new I didn't know you could do. Having flowers nearby could really brighten your mood. I recommend feeding them plant nutrients. So yeah, you can buy these. And then I guess I go to Yomgen, but this is where you'll go to see on later. There's some other stuff I want to do while I'm here. So yeah, I will be working there eventually, but it doesn't say to go there right now. There's not really much you can do here. I just kind of wanted to explore some of the shops I've never been to before. Drinks, I know. If they have special drinks, it may not be a bad idea to try one. Welcome. What's that? Special drinks? Well, on Sundays we have special vegetable juice. So not today, huh? That's too bad. Why not try coming back on Sunday? Vending machine. Certification photo machine, right? These pictures should be manipulated. Is this? Oh, this is a vending machine. So yeah, the stuff itself isn't anything very special though. I thought that was it for a second.
Welcome.
$4.25. That is outside of what I'll be playing, but it's a good try. Yeah, there's just not really anything else that I need to do while I'm here. So yeah, that's not going to be a place.
Please take your time.
None of those will be too useful. Okay, so...
What would you like?
We have a DVD player, but you don't even have a TV. You should try cleaning your room. You never know what you might find in there. I should ask her about the enhancing drug I heard her mention the other day.
Huh?
Now I remember. You're the kid who was at the bomb. Regular medicine won't do the trick. Very well. Just head into the examination room for now.
Oh.
That medicine, huh?
What are you trying to do?
So, which conversation of mine did you eavesdrop on to hear that? It was obvious, actually. You call that hiding? Not that I care, of course. I was going to dispose of that medicine anyway. I got a little too carried away with it. But tell me, why would a high schooler like yourself be so interested in that medicine? It's very strange, indeed. You don't seem to be very athletic, so what exactly are you up to?
Huh?
Exams. Oh, your entrance exams for college? So you're looking to improve your concentration and reduce fatigue. That's not the best idea. But if that's what you want to do,
Take care.
then good luck with that. I have no obligation to help you with that. Why don't you have an energy drink or something? You're really annoying, you know that? The medicine is really expensive, and it's not something that a high schooler can get his hands on. It costs almost as much as a car. Got it? So how about you just go home? Well, or what, like part-time help? Do you consider yourself someone with a good amount of stamina? I admit, I've been looking for a young person around your age to help me out, but I haven't been able to find one, even after putting up an ad in the paper. Are you up for it? Do you want to do it or not? Okay then, you'll be participating in clinical trials for my medicine. Hang on, I'll be right back. Here you go. Worried about the side effects, huh? Well, you can relax. Rest assured, my autopsy is guaranteed to find exactly what part of it killed you.
Did you change your mind?
What, aren't you going to take it? The exit's right there if you want to leave. If I don't drink this, Takami will probably won't sell her medicine. Well, go on.
What?
I can't believe you actually drank it. Bitter, yet sour. It's beyond description. However, it's nothing I can't handle. Wow. Still okay? Or doing okay, huh? Not bad for a high schooler. Well, game over, I guess.
Good evening. Do you remember anything from the moment you took the medicine until now? By the look in your eyes, I'd say you don't. You briefly woke from your coma, but you were completely dazed during the entire examination. You eventually lost consciousness and fell back asleep. Are you out of your mind? Only an idiot would have drank that. Fine. By the way, the reason you lost consciousness was because of the taste. It produces a foul smell when it mixes with gastric juices,
Similar to surstroming. Oh well. All that matters is that thanks to you, I was able to get some good data. Okay, it's my turn to make good on my part of the deal. That's why I waited until you woke up. I don't want the general public to know about my original medicines. So, you're strictly prohibited from disclosing what happens here to anyone. Understood? Then it's a deal. As long as you come here for it, I'll give you the medicine at a good price whenever you want. I may even add additional selections in time. I look forward to your continued patronage.
Made a deal with Sakami. You can see what days it's going to rain in May.
Considering all the actions you've taken, you must have had someone with medical expertise. Who? And how did you treat your wounds? It'll be easy to find out who if we look into this, you know.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall be with the birth of the death persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Rejuvenation increases the selection of healing items at the clinic. You've unlocked the Death Confidant. Using personas of the Death Arcana will now grant you XP, or will now grant you XP due to Arcana Burst. Takami will now sell you Rejuvenation medicine.
So, when can you come back for the next clinical trial? Oh, you don't remember that part either? Well, I was saying that teenage test subjects are quite valuable in the medical research industry. So I'll provide you the medicine for your entrance exams, and in exchange, you'll be my guinea pig. I have to perfect this medicine. If you're able to move now, you can go home. All right, take care.
I like cooperating this, or that shady clinical trials increase my guts.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll contact you when I'm done prepping for the next clinical trial. And I'll put together some compensation by then for all your efforts today, but you're not getting that in writing. Based on today's result, I think I can whip up some new medicine for next time. Drop by when you're ready for it. Good to hear. You live pretty close, right? You might still feel some dizziness, so take it easy on your way home.
All right, take care.
I'm not really in a mood. We're right up an autopsy, so take care of yourself. I didn't think any of the choices matter, but that could be because I have the item from the previous playthrough. Better not be up to any trouble. You make just one mistake and your life's over. Instead of hanging around, you should be studying or something. If there aren't any customers, you can use this shop. Within reason, obviously. Don't touch anything in the kitchen. If you're gonna study, you can use that table. Just don't leave the place covered in eraser crumbs, alright? Oh, that's right. One of my customers mentioned that the counter is a pretty comfortable place to read. Well, your time's yours to spend. Just make sure it's gone after my customers are gone. Or it's after my customers are gone. Or hey, if you want to clean up the shop, I'm not going to turn you down. The cleaning stuff's in the bathroom.
Hey, hey!
Doesn't actually pass any time, so might as well. Even though it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, this one's a pretty easy one. Got it, the answer is semesters. Many schools separate the year in 2 or 3 semesters. In Japan, the new semester begins in April. The government divides the year differently. For example, July to June is the wheat year, and October to September is the sugar year or pesticide year.
Alright.
I see.
Oh, wow. Even I couldn't figure that one out. Maybe you got a little bit smarter after solving these crossword puzzles. If you're going to study, just remember to use the booth. Or you can use the booth. Just remember to clean it afterwards.
Hey.
Yeah, I can totally read. They do say you can relax in the toilet. I should reflect a bit. Definitely close on guts.
Hey.
If you have nothing to do, let's clean up this room. Cats like... I mean, I like cleanliness. Plus, there might be some hidden treasure in here, you know?
Oh. Oh.
Oh look, plant is still alive. We can decorate with it.
Nice.
Even a dreary room can be brightened up with a little green foliage. Let's take good care of this plant so it won't dry up and wither away.
Okay.
This is a good opportunity. The bookshelves over there look a bit messy. Let's clean up everything while we're at it.
That's incredible.
Politics, law, and philosophy. These are all sound like some pretty difficult books. Take one at least. A little bit of effort will go a long way. Take this too. Should be an easy read, right? I wonder why this one's mixing with all the other difficult books. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This room feels a little more comfortable now. And just as I had predicted, we found a treasure, but it's a CRT TV. We can't watch any broadcasts without a tuner. It'd be a waste to let it sit there, though. Is there a place where we can get some home appliances for cheap?
Well then.
Anyway, good work. Might as well get some sleep while we can. I thought I'd get a girlfriend once I was in high school, but I don't have any luck at all. Is there something wrong with me? Maybe self-improvement is the answer. Try reading some books. You'll get more than just some knowledge out of them, and it'll make you better in conversations. Be more desirable if you work, or if you're more intelligent. It'll take hard work, though. Won't happen overnight. Yeah, but books make me sleepy. Guess I can give it a go, though. It'll help me be more popular with the ladies. This is a library where you can go to borrow books.
Nice.
Reading books is an important way to expand your mind. Guess I'll just say that.
Oh.
Totally agree. You can apparently read for free at the school library, so you should try and take advantage of that. There's also a bookstore over on Central Street. I already knew both of those things and already have done them. Just like I already had the VCR, to be fair. Hi there, everyone. I'm Mr. Hirano, your biology teacher. You must all be shocked at what happened with Suzui-san. It was a shock to me, too. Although I can relate to how she felt. Her eyes were devoid of life as they looked upon this sad, hopeless world. Well, I suppose everyone views the world differently. Let's have a test.
Try to answer this.
You there, take a look at this. Between A and B, which line seems longer?
This is it. You do know.
That's correct. It seems your eyes see the truth. This is an optical illusion. Some people see it correctly, and some do not. Isn't it strange that they view the same image differently? Humans don't see the world as it is. We simply process visual information with our brain. Wow, really? I'm kind of smart, doesn't he?
Nice going.
Well, you must be pretty smart to be able to answer a question like that. How can you see the world? It's nothing more than a trick of the mind. It's all mere cognition. There is no proof that the world that each of us sees is the same. How you see the world depends on your brain's cognition, huh? Optical illusions in the metaverse might be more similar than you'd think.
Wow.
Seems like Ryuji has a lot on his mind. It's true that training her body will let you be able to move more when it counts.
Okay.
He went to the trouble of inviting you, so why not listen to what he has to say? So what do you plan on doing? Want to hang out with Ryuji? Sick, let's put it out behind the gym. Oh, be sure to change your gym clothes first. Man, this place brings back memories. This is my secret training spot, or was, back when I was on the track team. Actually, I've been thinking about trying to run again.
Damn it.
Fighting in that other world was a total shock. I just couldn't move like I used to. Just felt lame. So I started thinking, maybe I need to build up my muscles again. Anything's gotta be better than this flimsy potty, right? Plus, maybe then I'll be able to help out a little more. Guess this one. Totally gonna wreck your expectations. I meant that in a good way. Anyways, you act like it's only me who's gonna be doing this. You're getting in on it too.
Come on, man.
Well, don't look so surprised. Why do you think? And are you going to change into that? It'd be pointless if I was the only one getting super fast, right? Alright, I'm gonna do some knee lift sprints. You're stuck with the normal ones. I ran around the whole school with Ryuji. Legs are all tight. Before Kamoshida came along, the track team was the biggest thing the school had going for it. But it all changed after got our coach fired and took over as a sub.
Damn it.
Right from the start, he was trying to get rid of us. He'd give us crazy workouts. Then, when we couldn't do them, he'd add even more on top of that. Day after day was nothing but this. He was going after me especially. He knew that I was the kind of guy who'd never fight back. If my time dropped even a little, he'd cuss me out. Then on top of that, he brought up my parents. Truth is, my mom's the only one I got. All my dad did when he was still around was drink. Sometimes he'd even beat me or my mom. I don't know what Kamoshida found out, but he told the whole team. And as you can guess, I lost it. It was like he wanted me to do it though. He called it an act of violence and shut the team down. Thanks to that, the other guys on the team treat me like some kind of traitor. And they ain't wrong. Because of me, they all lost their shot at the championship. The track team? No. How could I after that? Come on, don't ask me tough questions like that. I'm not very smart, you know. Anyways, it doesn't matter now. That's all in the past. I'm only thinking about the future now. That's what we're gonna do. Build the future. We gotta think positive thoughts, brother. Like my bond with Ryuji is growing deeper.
Alright.
So I think I have a chariot persona actually.
Alright.
Come on, we're all warmed up, right? How about another run? By the way, you're actually pretty good at run. Not as good as me though. Holy crap, my legs are shaking. Don't collapse on your way home, man. Later. What's up? You got home okay? Didn't trip or anything? Man, I'm so out of shape. Like I could barely drag my legs up the station steps. This would have never happened back then. I should have kept up my running. I'm pretty rusty, but even if it got kind of rough, I had fun. And with you here, I get some friendly competition too. Plus we get to talk. So yeah, I'll catch you later. See ya.
Hey.
Just what you seem taking school seriously doesn't mean, just because you seem to be taking school seriously don't mean I'm not keeping an eye on you. Got it? That was a bit hard to read because it wasn't proper grammar, I guess. But I'll know what's what as soon as I see your grades. Want to prove you're turning over a new leaf? Make sure your second biggest, or setting your second biggest habit after breathing.
Let's do it.
Getting a bit mixed up on my words. It's only been an hour and a half too. Back when I was playing Persona for the first time, that wouldn't be anything. If you're gonna study, you can use the booth. Just remember to clean it afterwards, okay? This room looks so desolate since there's nothing in here.
I've got a good idea.
Bring me that chair, the one in the corner. You can reach that beam on the ceiling if you stand on this chair, right? Right. Let's train your body using that ceiling beam. I'll be leaving you in charge, but you'll need to train your body too. I'm going to whip you into shape, so you'd better be prepared. We thought it looked nice in here, but it looks a bit dead.
Oh yeah.
Come to think of it, you got some plant nutrients, right? Why don't we try using them?
Oh.
Those are some reasonably priced nutrients. This ought to bring a bit of life back to this plant.
Yes.
That should do it for a while.
I should write something.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save, just because I won't be able to get another chance here after this.
Okay.
Probably make 6.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Yes.
Well, out of materials. Definitely getting better. I can tell just by watching you.
Well then.
Okay, let's go to bed.
Hey!
We were able to grab a seat for ourselves. And you have a book you haven't finished reading yet. Now this is nice. Why don't you read that book until we get there? The lone pirate ship sailed forward, forging its own path through the crashing waves. Pirate Captain Kedan, Ryuji should read this book.
Hey, hey!
Oh, I didn't realize how long you've been reading. So how far did you get? Seems like you still have some pages left. You should continue some other time. Oh, we're almost at the station. I'd say that was an efficient use of your time. Spent way too much on new clothes this month. Now I'm broke. Guess you're getting yourself a job. Those job magazines they have at the train station are useful. Maybe I'll swing by the Shibuya Underground and pick one up after school. Then again, works for losers. I hope I find something easy. And we need cash. Sure, but why bring that up now? If we sell the stuff we find in the palace, we could make some quick scratch for the war funds, but like Lady Ann said, part-time job might be better, or a better bet. There are job magazines at Shibuya Station, aren't there? Maybe you should go pick one up. Don't really need to worry about money too much. Never thought it would end up like this. What am I gonna do? Down if Kamoshida keeps coming after me.
Let's do it.
So, looks like we're heading back to the palace today. So, what's all needed to be done? So I need to make sure I get Pixie, Bareth, Agathon, Mandrake.
I should write something.
And Bikeone's Hermit, that's not Chariot. Of course, there's another way.
Okay.
I hope you all understand that our time limit is May 2nd.
We basically just have to go to that castle and steal the treasure from Kamoshida, right?
But wait, what even is a treasure? I want to know that before we do anything.
A treasure is the physical form of the palace ruler's distorted desires. In other words, it's the core of the palace. Once we steal it, the palace will crumble. I think. Having said all that, even I don't know what Kamoshida's treasure is going to be.
And where can we find it?
There's no way of knowing that until we go in and find out. But if I had to guess, I'd say he has it locked up somewhere in the depths of the palace.
I think I get it now. We just gotta find the treasure, yeah?
Pretty much. There's just a lot we won't know until we go in. In any case, our objective is to find the treasure's location somewhere in the palace. Make sure we go about this with time to spare so we can avoid any unforeseen circumstances. I expect great things from you guys.
Okay, let's go.
So yeah, that shouldn't be too difficult.
But damn!
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking we should choose a code name for you too.
A code name?
I'm Skull, he's Joker, and that's Mona.
Judging by your costume...
I mean, she's got that tail and stuff, so... What do you think?
Wait! Is that what you're going to call me from now on? I am so not down with this.
What do you want to be called then?
Something better than just a little cat. Maybe... Panther? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Huh? Why?
'Cause it sounds more... ferocious?
She's a cougar.
Don't call me that! More importantly, Kamoshida.
Oh, right. Let's go. Alright, let's start.
Oh, that's what the outfits are.
I'll teach you guys the basics. It's game time from this point forward. I'll teach you of infiltrating a palace as we go.
You know what, I'm fine with a team like this.
My master would like a word with you.
The prisoner has returned.
Well done. It seems you have remembered my words. You truly make it worth rehabilitating you.
Shut your mouth and listen, inmate!
I am not attempting to withhold information from you. The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete will be explained in due time. Once you encounter allies who share your ideals and discover your place in reality, only then will I explain it all. Such a day should not be far off. Due to your potential in wielding the power of the wild card, you can handle
Oh, rest in
more
peace,
than
Arsene.
one persona.
Oh wait, I can
Power
save
holds
Arsene.
Infinite possibilities. We will assist you in nurturing that potential. To that end, we must execute your persona. Do not be alarmed. Personas are personalities that exist within you. Thus, you will only be discarding old personalities to have them be reborn as new ones.
I do want to do everything that I can in this playthrough, so I do want to get the persona
By
decks.
discarding your old identity, reality, you give way to a new one. Hence, we call that process execution. Think of it as the fusion of your personas. To start, select the first persona you wish to fuse. Now, before you select the second persona, allow me to tell you something greatly important. Do you remember how I mentioned forming bonds with confidants? Personas are the power of the heart. The stronger those bonds, the stronger your personas will be. In other words, the effects of your bonds on execution, or fusion if you will, are quite substantial. When you fuse a persona that shares its arcana with one of your bonds, it will gain great power. This will be a guiding principle for your forays into fusion. Try not to forget it. Moreover, there is one thing I must warn you about. You cannot create a persona that surpasses your current level. This is because the resulting persona would be too powerful for you to handle effectively.
But I can buy one.
Now then, check the fusion results and choose a persona that suits your stature. This is the form your new persona is expected to take after fusion. It's possible for them to inherit skills they normally wouldn't gain. These skills and specialties are distinct from one another. Skills are traits that can be passed along through fusion.
You can't handle this. You okay with this?
Sorry, Urson, you gotta die.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive a fraction of power. Then let us begin.
I am Arsene, the other you who exists within. Though I may disappear this moment, I shall always be at your side. We shall meet again when your fate reaches its conclusion.
They didn't get stuck. Me, I got the. I'm gonna be your new master. Use me. Behold, the chariot confidant is awakening your persona's hidden power.
Ah, how impressive. A stronger persona has been born from the body and blood of the old. It shall be your new strength.
You better understand it at once. You'll end up dead if you don't master it.
Gather personas and bring them here. Gather a great many, execute them, and continue to give birth to even stronger personas. Developing your powers as such will play an integral role in the stand against ruin.
So that your rehabilitation goes well, we have a variety of rituals to choose in regard to executions. And depending on the effort you put in, our master might consider further development of new rituals. Cry your tears of joy, inmate.
Your heart is steadily gaining the strength of rebellion. It seems your rehabilitation is proceeding smoothly. A joyous fact indeed. In anticipation of this, I have prepared a gift for you. I hope that you shall accept it.
Okay. Finally,
right.
third eye. I've been trying to use it so
That is a
much.
thief's skill, allowing one to tap into their sixth sense and see what is hidden in the dark. I believe you can handle it now. May you continue devoting yourself to further rehabilitation.
Now then, if you have any requests, we will heed them. It's me. It's me.
Do you have business with me? Please watch your tongue when you're in front of the master. You've come. I have something to tell you. As a result of your daily efforts, the number of personas in the inmate registry has risen. Master is pleased with your rehabilitation. It's yet again bestowed a special privilege. We're giving you a discount on summoning from the inmate registry. You'd better be thankful, inmate. If you fill the registry with even more names, your master says he can arrange further privileges for you. Work hard towards your rehabilitation.
Do you have business with me?
You'd like to read the compendium? Read here.
Yeah, I don't even have to buy them. I can just get them for free. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna go down here because I want to get Pixie, Barrett. I already have. I got Leon. Where's Barrett? Guess I'll have to get that one while I'm here.
This persona, a fee is required. Then accept this persona.
Yeah, that's probably Barrett there. Or no, that's probably Mandrake. I need that one as well. Barrett would be Hierophant one. Yeah, I've apparently never had it. There's a lot that I'm missing, actually. To be fair. I'm gonna just summon those.
Is this what you want?
I could summon that.
Done already? What? No slacking off.
Something wrong? You were just standing around all of a sudden.
My teammates looked like I wasn't moving.
Why are you spacing out like that? It's kind of hard to tell what you're thinking sometimes.
Let's just say he's a man of high caliber. We're counting on you, Joker.
So, where do we start?
Let's head to the safe room we found last time. It's in the first floor of the west building. That's pretty close to our usual entrance. It should be a pretty decent starting point.
Safe room?
It'll make sense when you see it. Well, let's head out.
Oh.
Still not getting it. Right? I'm fuzzy on the details, but I think it's some kind of spot where the shadows can't find us. I didn't think a place like that existed in here. So what do we do in the safe room? Take a break. Oh, and we talk about stuff too. So this place is for resting up and plotting. Got it. I guess I'll rest for a bit too then. Let me know when you're ready to head out, Joker.
Oh.
Right, the safe room discussion reminds me. This is for you. You can only use it when in safe places, but when you do, it'll take care of all of the exhaustion from our past fights. We'll let you decide when to use it. Just make sure time's right.
Well. Oh.
just add this.
So yeah, a few things passed.
Okay, let's go.
Now then.
Hey, I have no idea what waits that's ahead. Here, you better take these. These fine tools have my seal of approval. Use them wisely, alright?
I have something. I can feel it.
Show me your true form.
Alright, the first move is ours. It's weak to fire skills.
Ah. We got dance going.
Gun should work fine.
Persona!
No.
For times like this, throw a Don't move. You're the best, Panther. Cool.
You want to talk? As if I won't lend my power to someone super lame. Hey, that really hurt. Oh, one of us leaves a scar and it's permanent. Take responsibility. Hey, that's too fast. I don't hate the idea, but I can't do that. Why are you so interested in me anyway? I'll go out with you just for today if there are no strings attached. Yep, only for today. You kinda remind me a bit of myself. Wait, talking to you made me remember something. I'm still not a shadow that belongs here. I used to be in the sea of human fools. I'm Mandrake. I mean, I'm you after all. So let's hope get along.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
Get the Persona dancing tracks.
Okay. I have something.
What? Did they respawn or something?
There's two in it. This one's weak to electricity.
Pixie! You're mine.
Joker took one out. All right.
Persona! Who's next?
A spectacular victory.
Okay.
That was so easy. I'm yawning.
It feels like I'm stronger than I need to be just from existing.
Show me your true form.
Now's our chance to strike. Go.
Persona! Ravage them!
Joker took one out. All right. A spectacular victory.
Okay.
A stylish victory.
Just curious about something. there's one here too. Okay, now that we've expanded our roster, let's try that thing. A way for us to gain the advantage during a battle. It's called a baton pass. Actually, I'll show you what I mean, what we did with this shadow.
Show me your true form.
Okay, I'll show you an example first. You better watch closely. Show your might! Use this opportunity to baton pass and swap your turn with someone else.
Sure.
Now strike the enemy's weakness and give the baton pass a try. Alright! The baton pass made you stronger! Looking cool, Joker! Alright!
Persona!
You can hit their weak point?
You're mine.
You do a baton pass. You might be able to hit their weakness. Pass it on to the second person!
Sorry to take Persona Huge Joker seriously.
Nice going!
Great teamwork. I knew you guys would nail it. Proving yourselves is important, but learning to fight as a team is just as vital to survival. By coordinating our efforts, we can take control of the battle as often as possible. Baton passes will help a lot with that. I wonder how the OST thing works, so that's what I kind of wanted to test. Right on the that will affect the OST. I guess that might be a reference to like Persona 1 or something. Cause I think I've seen that before in either the original Personas or in Shin Megami Tensei stuff. So yeah, that's Persona 3. I'm guessing the other one is Persona 4. Yeah.
See it.
35. It's not too bad. Yeah, we're one day in the palace for the current goal. There's one here too. Well, guess we gotta ambush it from behind again. Well, sure, if you want to go about it the orthodox way, but there's a more stylish route.
Listen up.
See these sofas in the side hallway? Hide behind those so you can get closer to the enemy. Once it's in range, jump on it and rip its mask off. Well, that does sound pretty cool.
Still.
Hey, this isn't a movie.
Let's carry out
Joker,
our plan.
with your poise, you should be able to pull it off. Give it a try.
I'll reveal your true form.
Now's our chance to strike. Go. You can aim for their weak spot. hit their weakness. Alright,
Captain Kid!
enemy defeated. Skull, give me more.
Alright, time for some pain!
Finish him.
Slam!
With this power. All right.
Whoa,
Sweet.
damn!
That totally works. That was so cool. They totally can't spot us while we're hiding. So long as we lay low like that, enemies won't even notice us. Whenever we hide, we can take our time preparing for the next ambush.
They were too weak to bother with.
This door ain't budging. Let's try somewhere else.
Show me your true form!
Now's our chance to strike. Go. Come on. If you do a baton pass, you might be able to hit their weakness. It's not over yet. Dance, Carmen. Watch the map. You're so gorgeous, Panther. Get ready. Watch the map. You're so gorgeous, Panther. Finish him. A beautiful rose has thorns.
Okay.
That was so easy. I'm young.
There is one thing I want to try. So what are these? Vincent's outfit is reference to a different game. It's a reference to Catherine. So what's this one? Is this Persona 3 FES version? I'm pretty sure the OST is based off of whatever Joker's wearing, so...
Joker!
Look, there's something in here. But the bars are blocking our way in. If he's protecting it this securely, it has to be important. That means there should be a way in and out of there. Joker, do you think you can solve this the mystery of this room? Sure, your observation skills will help you get through.
I have something.
Whoa!
As expected from you, Joker. You had it all locked up stuff, but it was just some old map. You're hopeless. Don't you realize how vital that map is?
Now then.
Having this will give us a better grasp of the topography of the palace. It's a true necessity for a phantom thief. This should make securing a route much easier. Wait, does it say where the treasure is on there? Oh, actually it seems like this map is incomplete. There might be more of them around.
Wanna get going?
Okay, let's check, or let's start checking what we can. We'll probably find another map along the way somewhere.
I can see it.
Show me your true form!
Now's our chance to strike. Go.
I wanted to set this game,
You can hit their weak
this was from, as if I knew the Persona 3 OS, or Persona 3 FES OST.
You might be able to hit their weakness. It's not over yet. Watch the map.
Okay, time for new OST. Did burn my bread or mass destruction?
I'll reveal your true form.
That's what I was hoping for.
It's time. Ravage!
Joker took one out. Alright, if you do a baton pass, you might be able to hit their weakness. Alright, pass the baton and
Who's next?
a spectacular victory.
Okay.
It would be nice to have these OSTs available at all points in time, like in Scramble, but not sure what this one is. I think that's an older Persona.
I can feel it.
I didn't miss anything there.
Focus. Focus.
This feeling. There might be a safe room around here.
Make a note of this place and come back here later.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's move on. A check.
Oh!
Oh, I have the perma pick. Okay, it's kind of hard to see what I just got. I know it wasn't that. I better I take it. Since if I am the one that gets knocked out, then it's all over.
It's somewhere.
Thought you'd be able to steal something.
I have something.
It's really the only place that you can go here. I guess for now. There's not necessarily a reason for me to get the will seeds outside of getting SP back. The map's right, we've still got a long way to go. That's not all, there are an awful lot of shadows patrolling too. Now you can't just blindly rush to a fight, you need to ascertain how strong they are. How are we supposed to do that? Well, we need to observe the enemy's actions and get some insight into their skills. You should be capable of that, Joker.
Enemy ahead! Be careful!
I'll reveal your true form.
Now use wind to hit its weak point!
some other way.
Nice work, team.
Okay.
I didn't just want to take it out in one hit, but
It's a shadow.
I wonder what this one is.
Watch out, Joker.
I'll reveal your true form.
All right. This one's weak to electricity.
Persona! Ravage them!
Oh, locked down. This was
Okay, finally.
Joker.
Feel as if we've spoken before. In any case, would you mind if we've talked? Rather pleases me to hear you say that. Excuse me, I believe this could be considered sexual harassment. I insist that you surrender yourself to the authorities.
Is that true?
Are you suggesting that you could not resist? Perhaps crying myself to sleep of my own course. Perhaps you may find our kind rather annoying, but you do understand that we are here because of people like you, right?
What did you say?
Well then, I strongly suggest that you give it more thought. Speaking with you shows me how similar we really— Oh, I'm sorry, I remember now. Truth, I am not a shadow. I originated from the human sea of soul. My true name is Silky, henceforth I am thou.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
All right.
Say, I don't know why I have the Yu-Gi-Oh thing on my arm, but I'll go ahead and just switch back to standard Phantom Thief, I think. What about regular dancewear? I think that's actually an outfit in Persona 5 dancing. There's still this one I don't know about, to be fair.
It's somewhere.
Show me your true form.
All right. Use wind to hit its weak point.
Persona!
Carry that princess while very
Got this.
It's almost scary how good I am. It's almost scary how good I am. Okay, guys. Clean up complete.
Okay.
Good work.
I've only got a slot for one more. I really only need Barrett, to be fair, so it's kind of fine. And Barrett should be a high enough level to not be one shot. Maybe. And that one's kind of lame. I'll wear it for a bit, I guess. I just want one that's kind of neutral in the OST, so that way I can see if I can get the other OSTs to play. It's
Come on, man.
seriously, more bars? But there's a way to open it, right? Start looking at the Joker. Oh, now there's something we recognize.
Do you think... Piece of cake.
Yep, that was it. Let's go.
Is this...
Boy, there are an awful lot of bars in here for being what looks like a dining room. Yep, sure looks like it to me. Now, according to the map,
I see.
there's a path beyond those bars there. Looks like they're making things tougher for us yet again. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's just get it done.
I have something. I can feel it.
Oh, I see what I need to do. And then I do this.
All right, a chest.
Hey, wait!
Hey, that stuff is disgusting. You should get it cleaned somewhere. Come to think of it, I remember seeing a shadow with one. Maybe if we negotiate properly, we can get one. Wait, wasn't there a coin laundry near Leblon? Gate opening animations are so slow, I always fast forward them.
I'll reveal your true form.
Now's our chance! Use wind to hit its weak point!
It's time.
Time for my stomach! Zoro, show your might!
Nice.
I think a crit would have taken it out, but
All right.
I don't think this gear is actually neutral then. I like the Starlight outfit, I just don't want the song playing every time, but so much I can do.
Treasure chest.
Also, interesting. I don't know how I'm supposed to get a bear. I'm pretty sure their weakness is electricity, and I think Luigi might. Well, I don't know. They should be leveled up pretty high.
Now's our chance to strike. This one's weak to electricity.
Let's go. There.
Looking cool, Joker.
Go down.
Looking cool, Joker. Okay, guys.
Okay,
Good work. Keep it up.
focus.
Nice.
Looks like a treasure chest. Let's take whatever's in it too. There's a guard there.
Let's go.
It's okay. Hey Joker, do you think we can do an ambush from here? Not to go the same as when I didn't jump on an enemy. Give it a shot.
Show me your true form. Not this one. This isn't it.
Come on, Joker. Not finished you.
Dire situation, it may trade bargain for its life, enabling you to negotiate with it and possibly gain a persona. Shadow's personality determines how likely it is to beg. Timid shadows are more likely to beg. Irritable shadows won't beg very often. Thank you. My heart was on fire for a moment. I remember now, Ho. I'm not a shadow here, Ho. I live in the sea of the human heart. I'm Jack-o'-lantern Ho. I'm you, and you're me.
Yeah! Nice!
Wow.
I didn't realize even shadows beg for their lives. That's actually kind of depressing. Or surprising. Shadows have emotions too, you know? So of course they'll be afraid to corner you. Or if you corner them like that, it might be worth purposefully creating such situations to get them begging for their lives. The shadows seem to have different attitudes too. We can take advantage of that. Negotiations may go more smoothly. I'll try to let you know what kind of answers the shadows want to hear, depending on their personalities. But yeah, I thought it said depressing. For a second, like, they didn't want to die. That accessory seems to have a special power. I bet it'll be useful somehow. You know, I do actually need Garu. But I think my stats are too high. Also, this isn't good. Oh, that door was locked.
I can see it.
Still there. There. man. Looks like it's in pretty bad shape.
I don't think we're going any further this way.
Should we check somewhere else?
Wait, look up there.
What about it? Are we throwing a rope over that and climbing it?
Phantom thieves do things a bit more stylishly than that, and I know just what'll do the trick. Good. Seems like it fits properly. That's just a little something I've been working on in secret. The grappling hook lets you zip to hard-to-reach locations in a flash. You'll see what I'm talking about when you test it out. Go ahead, give it a try. Okay.
But I bet you'll be fine if you're smart about it. Sugar, let's give it a try.
Focus. Man, oh man, this is amazing!
This is amazing!
Nice going!
It's somewhere.
And that seems interesting.
The chest!
Hey.
Yeah, that guy looks like bad news. Yeah, he does look pretty tough. Not only that, but it seems like he's more aware of his environment than the others. We'd better proceed with caution.
This sensation.
I'll go here
This is
first.
the safe room!
I have something.
Oh,
I'm getting some.
Show me your true form. It's time. You're mine.
Serves you right.
Okay.
Yeah! Nice!
Nice work, team!
Show me that move sometime.
Okay.
that was easy!
Hey, look!
Hey, this is just like the one we saw before, if I remember right. We just gotta pull this. Wait, there's a round indentation that already looks like it won't move unless we fill that. So we need a key. I wonder where it could be.
Let's go. Shadow spotted.
I'll reveal your true form.
Alright, the first move
Let's
is
go.
ours!
There.
We're all knocked down! That was incredible, Joker! This'll end!
I meant to do that.
All right. Piece of cake.
Don't worry, it's time for some unintentional
I'll reveal
farming.
your true form.
Alright, first move is ours! It's weak to fire skills!
Oh, fair enough.
defeated! That was easy, huh?
Do you need something?
Do you have...
Time for some... You wish to perform fusion. Now choose! What path do you want?
I do need that.
You okay with this? Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Will it gain new power? My.
I am Kite Sith. With me as your mask, you've got nothing to worry about, Riao.
Not terrible, but not impressive. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Will it gain new power? Now for a rebirth.
I am Saki Matam. Love and sympathy are all you need in life. I shall become your mask and guide you to dense passion. Growth 1 is pretty huge.
I see. A strong persona indeed. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It's about to learn Patro. Type coverage is pretty huge.
Its power will be nothing now for a rebirth.
I am Genbu. I shall become a mask. Make use of my wisdom to create a profitable future for you. So I've got a lovers. I just removed the chariot and death ones.
Excessive power only leads to destruction. Finished for now? You'd like to read the compendium? Read here.
So I need Mandrake.
You'll withdraw this persona, then accept this persona.
I've got lovers. I need chariot as well.
Persona, you'll withdraw this persona, then accept this persona. Read here.
Apparently I've already had a copy before, so I don't mind ignoring it then. I wanted to try to fill this out as I mentioned, so. Yeah, this is the one that I need here.
Are you finished? What? me.
How
Done already? What? It is time, inmate.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you can save at the entrance.
Nice! We made it!
There's a dangerous one up ahead.
Focus.
What is this? Curious about that book, Joker? Let's take it with us just in case. Safe book, huh? This one's pretty important.
I'll reveal your true form.
Alright, use wind to hit its weak point.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's looking cool, Joe.
All right.
They were too weak to.
Said something strange about this book too. Did that get your attention, Joker? We should take it with us. Beefcake book?
Huh.
Beefcake book. Looks like it's some weird book about bodybuilding techniques.
See it.
Oh, an enemy! And it looks strong.
That's what they were talking about with the strong enemy.
Let's open it.
I'll reveal your true form.
Alright, the first move is ours! Persona! That should have done it! Get ready! Take this!
Whoop 'em, Persona! Tough.
This is a holdup!
Do it.
Whoa, a new move!
All right.
That's all it takes for me.
Whoa! All right.
Focus.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I just should have written that. You find something? Muscle glory. Watch your muscles. Glad everything here is all about being ripped. This guy's totally in love with his muscles. Gross.
Guess we gotta do it.
I'll reveal your true form.
Alright, the first move is ours! It's almost scary how good I am.
strange about this book too. Queen book? Is this some kind of special book?
Guess we gotta do it. Guess we gotta do it.
Is there something I'm missing to trigger that? So musty. Library, huh? This definitely seems fishy. What do you mean? Come on, it's a library in a castle. There has to be some kind of secret mechanism in here. Let's look around, Joker. History of Kamoshida, tracing Kamoshida's steps, Kamoshida's heroism, Kamoshida's law. All these books are about Kamoshida. That reminds me, we found a book earlier, didn't we?
Well... Oh!
Wait a second, the books on this shelf seem familiar. Names of volleyball team members. Wait, what? All of their titles are boys from our school. Regis Comato, the vulgar ape. There's one here for Skull. Who do you think he is? I heard something.
I have something.
Here's the final one.
How suspicious.
King book. What is this?
I see.
Is this...
There are all sorts of books here. Titles don't have any rhyme or reason to them. Well, this book has Shiho's name in the title. Wait, it's not just one. All of these books here are about female students. Takamaki, the charming doll. What the heck is this? Oh, it opened up. You got it, Joker. Let's take a look inside.
Joker!
What is this room? There are tons of pictures of Suzui in here.
Wait, it's all pics of her?
Yeah, definitely. I feel even more motivated to do this now.
I'm sure it'll feel awful, but we should search this room. There has to be something in here if he was hiding it with such an elaborate trick.
Is this a medal?
That size and that shape. I think that's our key. Remember that round indentation we saw back near those bars?
Wait, there's something under the medal too.
It's a different map from the one we have. This is lucky. Let's take it with us. Aha! Our map's complete now!
So is it gonna tell us where the treasure is?
Yeah, look. It has to be here.
That's a weird shaped building. Could it be a tower or something?
Considering our current position, I'd say we're about halfway there.
Alright, let's hurry over there.
No. Now that we know how much we have left, we can calculate the best way to pace ourselves. Let's keep exploring, but take breaks when you need to, Joker.
Hey, what are you doing? Of course they spot us now. If we want to head back, we have to go through this guy. Time to make a pact.
Who is that?
myself, but I'm not making any moves.
Be careful. If my prediction is correct, that one's a bit problematic for us.
Alright, I'll go take care of it.
Just be careful.
What the hell?
It started moving after we attacked it. Looks like it's exactly what I expected. Once we take it down... Hey, you two, watch this!
Kinda timed well with the music.
It exploded?
I'll explain later. Focus on the battle for now.
Disaster Shadows.
It's probably best to take it down fast by striking its weakness and getting it to blow up. Alternately, we could put it to sleep or make it unable to move, then just deal with it later.
Persona!
That's not right.
Persona! There! Persona! Let's go, Captain!
Devil Fruit.
This is amazing!
Never seen a shadow get that intense. Called those those scary ones Disaster Shadows. They really are scary. But just so long as we handle them right. We ought to be able to make you useful to us, right? Right. If we run across any more of those, I say we focus on them first.
Oh!
Know what? We never ended up using that weird bodybuilding book. Oh yeah, the one with the muscle secret stuff. Yeah, I wonder why we haven't used it yet. Well, I get what you're saying, Panther, but our focus right now should be on pushing further into the palace. If you get a hunch on where this book goes, let us know. Okay, Joker?
Guess we gotta do it.
Oh!
That's where you're gonna try that book.
Huh?
Is that no good there? Maybe there's something stuck in the spot. Why don't you try reaching in their skull? Oh, there is something in here. There we go. Oh, sweet. Here, you can have it.
Yeah!
No secrets, which is in the bookshelf, but we did get something useful out of it. I'd still call that a win. And an extra pat on the back for Joker, scouring every last corner of this hall. Keep that up as we progress through the palace, alright? Now let's get back to the infiltration.
I have something.
Okay!
I should write something.
Alright, let's go!
This door should be open now. Oh wait, that's down the hallway.
Joker!
Activate the device, we should be able to open the door.
Alright!
Sweet. Looks like it worked. Now we can keep going. This must lead somewhere important. Let's go.
I can see it.
This feeling...
They're really gonna double safe room?
Hey! I'll just add this.
I mean, I'll save in the safe room, but the double safe room?
I have something.
Joker!
This place is huge. There are no guards. That seems suspicious. But the treasure is up ahead, right? We don't have a choice but to keep going. Guess that's true, but we need to make sure we're ready for whatever might be ahead. What do you think, Joker? Should we continue onward?
Wait, was that the gym?
I
Okay,
get it.
I didn't skip
The
anything.
gym's some kind of holy place for him. He's a god there.
I can't believe he can think like that. Especially after what he did to Shiho.
God, that bastard makes me so freaking sick. Just you wait, Kamoshida.
I see. So you're the ones who tampered with the library. It seems my time waiting here has paid off. Just as that ape there said, this place is a holy ground for our great king Kamoshida. It is preposterous for miscreants like yourselves to come waltzing in like this. You will pay for foolishly defying King Kamoshida with your lives.
I knew this would happen. Well, we don't have a choice. Let's take it down. Look! He's trying to do something! It's important to guard if you think you're in danger.
Hear and obey the word of the Lord. Prepare! Struggle only.
Let's go. Takimi-tama! Go down!
You dare!
I don't see a weakness. Persona!
Persona!
You dare!
Get ready! Persona! No laser! Watch them carefully!
Hear and obey
Come.
the word of the Lord.
You're mine.
You dare!
I don't see a weakness. Persona!
Going left!
Hear and obey the word of the Lord.
Shit!
I'll cut you off!
Submissive to my fate.
Damn it.
Didn't realize those things could be that tough. Yeah, looks like he's making a concerted effort to stop us now. Joker, I've helped you learn a few things, or different things so far, but there's no more time for lessons. I'll compile some info you'll need to know for battle. Be sure to take a look later. Crap, more of them. What should we do? Head back? No, this treasure's definitely up ahead, and there has to be a path somewhere. See anything that could help us zip by here? Keep your eyes sharp. That was close. Good going, Joker. That was some expert grappling. Now we can investigate this area. Let's get to it.
I can feel it.
I can go up here. Maybe not. There it is.
I can feel it.
Joker, there's a chest.
First, I'll grab this.
Must be something.
Oh, and they are both dressed. Oh, I see where it is.
I have something.
Hmm?
How suspicious.
Looks like we might have found something. Let's check it out, Joker.
A chest! Talk about luck!
Show me your true form.
Now use wind to hit its weak point.
Something else.
Can't hit the enemy's weak spot right now. Witness mark stall! Zoro, show your might! Stay focused! If you do a baton pass, you might be able to hit their weakness. Not over yet! One enemy remaining. This is the last one. Yes! Victory! Yeah! Victory!
That was totally unintentional. Melee.
That was so easy, I'm yawning.
That's pretty shady.
Definitely something fishy going on over there. There's vines growing on the door too. Yeah, by the looks of it, no one's been here. Or there for a long time. Wonder what's over there. Should we take a closer look? You see that handle light thing at the top of that arch? You might be able to get to the other side if you use the grappling hook there. Most difficult will seed to get in the game.
This room seems different from everywhere else we've seen so far.
Yeah. And there's something super suspicious over there.
That's... Come on, follow me!
What is this?
Just what I thought. A will seed. Palaces are locations that grew distorted from their original forms due to their rulers' cognitions. When such distortions coalesce into form, this is the result. I call it a will seed.
Distortions coalesce into will seeds?
Should I try explaining that again?
Just forget it. That's a will seed. Moving on.
So, what do we do with it?
We take it. It may not be as prized as a treasure, but it's still quite the rare find. Making it ours will only do us good. I think.
Is it really okay to take it?
Nothing shitty better happen when you take it. Like some trap going off, or we all end up cursed.
Nice. The will seed is ours.
I guess nothing happened?
There are more of these around here somewhere. As far as I can tell, there are 2 of them left.
Huh? How can you tell? You smell them or something?
Yeah, like how dogs can... Oh, but you're a cat.
I am not a cat! I just seem like a cat.
Great, take a look at that. Oh, that matches up with the map. There's no doubt that's the tower we're headed for. So the treasure's up there. Yeah, we did it. So where's the entrance? Yeah, not again. So surprised that security would be tight around here. But as I say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's go, Joker.
I'm getting some bad vibes from this guy. Watch out, Joker.
I can feel it.
Oh, well, hopefully there wasn't anything over there.
Joker! A treasure!
Wanna Kamoshida's will seeds, huh?
Up this one, do you think?
Yes! That's a second will seed!
ASP is almost fully restored.
I can feel it.
This reminds me of Anne Orlando. Just a tiny bit close.
One enemy, but it's pretty strong!
Ravage them!
Knocked down!
Let's go!
That was incredible, Joker! This'll
strong-looking one up ahead.
Show me your true form now.
They're all knocked down!
Let's go.
That was incredible, Joker! Okay, guys.
No way!
Skull.
Yeah! Nice!
Yeah! Victory!
Okay. Ha! Piece of cake!
Show me your true form.
The first move is ours! They're all knocked down!
Do it!
That was incredible, Joker!
Guys are honestly pretty easy to fight, so why not battle them? And they drop so much XP as well.
That was incredible, Skull!
Okay.
Good work. Keep it up.
I can see it.
So I don't really understand what our goal was here, but
I can see it.
do I need to climb up the tower? Because I got the will seed. I guess I go through this yellow door.
Wait!
What's going on? The distortion's getting stronger. The treasure has got to be nearby.
I see.
Gotta be a contraption somewhere that can move the bars from this doorway.
I can see it.
I got all turned around.
Huh?
Is that a trap? Could be a hidden room. Let's check it out, Joker.
Yeah.
Where are we? It's like a Mario 64 painting.
This has to be a joke.
I guess it's disgusting. Either way, it's kind of strange that this would be our dead end. This looks familiar. It's an entrance hall. Have you already forgotten? Didn't realize we would end up here. Hey, look, there used to be tons of soldiers wandering around, but I don't see any of them now. Oh.
now.
And then going, or something's moving those gears. I see. I bet we can access an area that we couldn't before. Good eye, Joker. Yeah, that was what was said that I skipped over. Oh, was that the final will seed?
Focus. Hey.
Over there. That viney door. We probably need to get it, or we need to get in there, but it's guarded pretty well. Right, again. I can sense the will seed beyond that door, but it's gonna be rough going.
Now then.
That's extra tough, Joker. Are we doing this now? There you are. You're not talking, or you're not taking another step. I guess we'll just have to step on you first. Let's do... It's coming.
I don't see a weakness. I don't see a weakness.
Nice to not have to use an ESP on that.
Alright.
Let's wipe this, we'll see, and get out of here. So done with this place. We're almost there. Or through here. Just hang in there, Panther. Fusing into 3 schools.
Whoa.
What was that? I don't even know how to describe it. Mon Mona. He never told us that's what this will seed to do. So that's what happened. I never expected that. I mean, I had never expected anything less than that to happen. Well, I am quite brilliant. What really matters is the power I'm sensing from it. Maybe it could give us an upper hand somehow in the future. Wait, we're just taking it? Not totally sure that's a great idea. Phantom Thief makes use of any available tool to accomplish a mission. Who knows what we'll find next if we find ourselves in a situation where this could be useful. Let's see what it can do. I need to watch the whole elevator animation every time.
Alright, show me your true form.
Use wind to hit its weak point.
Let's go. Hold on.
Don't move now. What you think?
Wait, just what kind of personality do you... Wait, Tuggy made me remember something. So not a shadow that belongs here. I used to be in the Sea of Human Souls. Succubus. I mean, you after all, so let's hope we get along. Okay, so I'm starting to see how you can identify personas that you've already had.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
All right.
Oh!
I'll reveal your true form.
All right.
Come.
The first move is ours.
There.
You're all knocked down. That was incredible, Joker. This'll Great, huh? A spectacular victory.
It's a step forward.
You're level 9 now.
Okay.
Shadow defeated.
The cognition here is weak.
This is a
I should write something.
Have an idea.
Do you need something? Listen up, inmate! We are introducing a new regimen to your rehabilitation in the form of challenge battles. For these trials, we will permit the cognitions of your comrades to fight at your side. Cry your tears of joy! Depending on your results in combat, you will receive some form of compensation for your efforts. Should you prove successful, there is no doubt that you will be rewarded and strengthened in body and mind. We've even prepared a special stage for you to undergo this part of your rehabilitation. Take this opportunity to demonstrate the furthest reaches of the strength you've gained up to now. Should you wish to attempt this at once, we shall oblige you.
Yeah, I can't really do challenge battles at the moment.
How?
Time for some... Let's execute... Now choose! What path do you want? I see. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Its power will be nothing unusual. I see.
I am Bareth. There's no need for fear, Master of Souls. I wholeheartedly pledge my loyalty to you as your mask. Okay, so there's Bareth.
You change your mind. Justine, you handle this. These are the paths you have walked.
So I need Mandrake.
This persona fee is required. Then accept this persona. Done already? What? The inmate you wish to perform fusion. What path do you want? Looks pretty tough. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Its power will be nothing unusual. Now for a rebirth.
Okay, and then I'll do a check on my party. Hupo, for the sake of you who still lives, I shall become your mask. I don't know how to pronounce it.
excessive power only leads to destruction. Let's fusion.
Okay, so I have... Hold on, I need Lovers, Hierophant, Chariot, and Death. Okay, so I just need to get Death back.
You change your mind. You'd like to read the compendium? These are the paths you have walked. Is this what you want? You'll withdraw this persona? This is your power.
Done already? What? No slacking off.
Okay. Now to head back here.
We've arrived. Now
I should write something.
all right, let's go. We still have work to do.
Sorry, but then I moved the mic up a bit. I don't know if it was able to be heard or not. I think it's better that I move it up than it keep running into me.
All right, a chest. Joker, show me your true form.
All right, don't use blessed attacks. Looking cool, Joker.
Just stay there.
What you think? That's ironic. A shadow with a sunny expression. Let's match its mood. Okay, guys.
All right.
They were nothing.
Even if I wanted it, wouldn't have been able to fit the party anyway.
Wait, is this the right? Show me your true form.
Wow, that shadow was crazy. Use wind to hit its weak to fire skills.
Persona, you're mine.
Witness fire skull. Zora, show your might. It's almost scary how good I am. We have a... If you do a baton pass, you might be able to hit their weakness. All right, Persona, baton and follow up. Marvelous. Oh, nice. It exploded. Yeah, victory.
New move. What do you think?
Okay.
They were too weak to bother with.
I can see it.
Make sure I grab that. Whoop.
There's a strong
Yeah,
shadow.
these strong shadows
Form.
aren't going to be too strong now that I have
Come.
that persona on my team.
Ravage them.
They're all knocked down.
Do it.
That was incredible.
Not that they were strong before.
Okay, guys. Great, you took them all out. Another tool for our mission.
I need to make sure I have that persona out whenever possible, so that way I can get more XP.
Show me your true form.
All right, this one's weak against curse skills.
Persona. Confidant. Ravage them.
Okay.
Could have hit that with the Paris item, and then I would have gotten the boost. why you gotta try to check everything.
Focus.
Fair enough. That was close. Wait, what is this? Classic security measure. My tail might be in danger if we try to force our way through. Oh yeah, same for Panthers. So, what do we do? No way we're getting through here as is.
Hey, what's that?
Whoop. Yo, you trying... Are anything lose controls of swinging things? There's no reaction. I didn't think it would be that easy. We probably need some kind of key for it. Gotta look for a key again. What a pain. Where would it be though? There weren't any suspicious rooms on the way here. What do you think, Joker? That probably would be the most likely scenario. An enemy? You mean one of the shadows roaming around? Dude, how many of them do you think there are? We can't beat the crap out of all of them. Keys for this tower, so it would be one of the shadows around here. On top of that, it would have to be relatively high-ranking one. And we just need to look for shadows like that and defeat them.
That settles it.
Let's do this, Joker. We need to find the shadow with that key.
It's somewhere.
Oops, none of them are strong anymore.
There's two enemies. Don't underestimate them.
Let's go.
This'll end.
Okay.
That was easy.
What the heck? He's trying to hide.
Four foes. This is our chance. You can hit their weakness.
Persona! Ravage them!
Joker took one out. Alright, if you do a baton pass, you might be able to hit their weakness. It's not over yet. One left. Witness march, go! Zoro, show your might! What did you think?
Yeah! Nice!
Stylish?
Okay.
That was so easy, I'm yawning.
I'll reveal your true form.
Wonder if that person over there is any.
That one is no joke. Be careful.
Okay,
Never mind.
hold on. I can actually do this thing right here.
You're mine.
Looking cool, Joker. Looking cool, Joker. Nice, Joker. Right in their weak spot. This is a hold up. Okay, guys.
I didn't switch the persona back.
Okay.
Man, that was easy.
It was supposed to be I switch it back to you, and then I get all of the XP that I need.
I'll reveal your true form.
It's weak
Oh,
to
you.
electricity. Let's go for that.
Persona.
Not this.
It's weak to electricity. Let's go for that.
Oh yeah, resist.
On the ground. Nice going, Skull. Finish him.
Hey, that shadow did have something. But what is this, an eye? Oh, I just figured it out. This must be how we stopped those slides. Oh yeah, now I think about it, the statue didn't have eyes. How much worse we're gonna get. So this is gonna stop those things, huh? Well, we'll need one more. Another guard captain probably has it. Let's try checking the other floors, Joker.
That was easy.
Well,
For real?
yeah, they all look like high-ranking soldiers. We're gonna have to beat all of them. That would work, but there should only be one actual guard captain among them. Do you have any way to tell them apart, Joker? I think you of all people would have the skills to figure out which is the real one. Looks like they're gone now. I'll leave the next move up to you, Joker. Well, my current issue is that I'm a bit high-leveled. Would fighting them be the worst thing in the world? No, but I'd rather just fight the main one. Which is clearly this one.
That shadowy. I'll reveal your true form.
Another one of these? That shadow has a lot of health. This'll be a pain. Joker, I taught you how to strike your opponent's weaknesses, right? If you could blind it or put it to sleep, you'd have an easier time doing real damage to it.
Persona! Bravo! There.
Persona! On the ground! Nice going, Skull! Let's tear him apart! Finish him!
And don't come back!
Level 10.
Courses through me. All right.
Sweet, we got both of eyes. Let's go stop those swinging things.
Whew, we can rest here. I should write something.
I mean, there's no reason to use SP items, because you never know whenever you'll need it. So it's good to stock up on them, and totally not have a giant list of SP items, and have more SP items than HP items.
Okay, let's go.
Of course, a lot of those are from New Game Plus, so it's kind of